What's up, everyone? I'm Tatum. I'm back with another episode of Fuck This Review, where today we're going to be talking about Westside Gunn's new album, Who Made the Sunshine. All right. I think by now everyone knows my favorite album of the year is Pray for Paris. I think that's Westside Gunn's best album. I think that's the best album of the year. It's either that or Pop Smoke for me. But yeah. So when I heard that he was dropping another album in the same year, well, so close to each other, I was like, please don't mess up Pray for Paris for me. Like, if he's on a run like this, imagine what he can do next. And then then I heard Conway's new album, well, his debut album. Isn't it weird, like, they can have these debut albums and we just like, yeah, this is a debut album after they dropped hundreds of tapes and bodies of work already? It's weird. But after hearing Conway's album, I was like, oh shit, if this was Conway's debut album, wait till I hear fucking Westside's debut album. Because with Conway's album, it wasn't the Conway that we always heard. Like, it wasn't just the drug dealer, drug slinging, I'll murder you, blah, blah, blah. It was like in-depth stories. It told you like the personal side of Conway. So in that aspect, I was looking forward to Westside's debut album. I was like, oh, maybe he's going to touch on something personal, stuff close to him. And then I saw the mini documentary when he was in Alabama, and that seemed a little personal. He showed his mom, so I was like, oh, this is gonna be one of those albums. This might be better than Pray for Paris. That's how I went into it. And Westside is like my favorite Griselda member. Like, I love rappers that just have it all, you know what I mean? Like, the style, the raps, the story, the voice. Like, I think most great rappers, their voice is like something that's the first thing that catches you. You know what I mean? So when I first heard Griselda, when I first heard Westside and Conway, the first song I heard, I was like, who is that? Like, who? He's killing it too, but who's that other person? Because that's the star. Like, you can hear a star. Like, you know. Like, you just know. Like, that person has it. Westside doesn't even want to rap, and he raps better than most of the rappers. You know what I mean? Like, who's really, really trying. The first thing I noticed when listening to the album, I was like, wow. It's amazing that we heard so much from this camp, like, this year and last year, and these guys still got material. Like, how haven't they run out of material? Like, new flows, new punchlines. Like, all right, like, how? So that's the first thing I noticed. I was from the second track, not the first track. The first track was just the intro with someone talking. But when I heard that, I was like, how the fuck are these guys still able to do this so rapidly? And yeah, that was one of my first thoughts. And it's a bar on there where Benny says, he come to smoke shit like the '07 Wayne. I thought that was just dope. Like, because if you know '07 Wayne, then you know. But with that being said, it kind of fucked me up that for Westside to be so great and this to be his Shady debut, you barely hear Westside on this album. Like he's barely there. He shows up for one verse here. He sings a hook hit there, which kind of fucked me up, man. Like, I thought I would get a little more. But like I said, Westside doesn't even want to rap. Like, I seen a clip. I don't know if it was an interview he did, but he was saying, like, he just wants to be like a quarterback of this shit. He just want to get everybody on the right song. So let's get Busta Rhymes on this song and make him sound great, or get Jada on this song and make him sound great, or get Slick Rick and make him sound great. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I can give to them. Like, whenever the Griselda members brings another rapper into their world, the rapper doesn't come half-ass. I mean, look at the fucking old songs, like the one with 50 Cent, Styles P on Westside's, what was his album 2? His album 2 albums ago that came out last year. Slick Rick, man, where'd you find Slick Rick to come out of nowhere and spit that rap that he spit on the Busta Rhymes went off. The pattern and pocket that Slick Rick found on that record just blows my mind. Because, you know, it's Slick Rick. Like, you don't even expect that. Like, you expect a veteran pity verse kind of in a way, but he showed up and showed out. So I appreciate that. Jadakiss is just like a feature king. Like, he just comes through and he just slaughters shit. He had some line. He said, I sold shit, you told shit. I let niggas hold shit. Rockefeller startup money. Come home on parole kits. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, that's probably that's probably the best line. I just gave away my favorite line in the beginning of it. Yeah, I had to run that Jadakiss verse back. On the second Slick Rick track when Westside tried to tell a story, it really didn't work for me. Yeah, it just didn't work for me. I like Slick Rick verse though, and it was cool to hear. I heard him on the Just Blaze track before, but it was good to hear Just Blaze close the track out, and he had the whole Griselda camp on there. And it was dope that Just Blaze brought back the Just Blaze, and Alchemist did the Alchemist tag. That was pretty cool and nostalgic that he got them to do that. But I still wish he would have showed up more on his album. The track, I think it's called Ishkabibbles. The flow that Westside have on there is like, that's the Westside flow that I love the most, when it's just over the top raps, like they just like jumble on top of each other. Like, that's him at his best for me. So that I really appreciate tracks like that. All right, in closing, I love Westside, but I didn't love this album. It's just that I love Pray for Paris, and I love what that album was, and this one just seemed half-assed to me, to be truthfully honest. And I love Griselda. If you haven't, check out my Conway review I just did. But I don't think this was it. I love some of the beats. I like some of the songs, but nothing really stood out to me, which is disappointing since he's like my favorite rapper in the camp and it's his debut album. But it is what it is. Yeah. Favorite songs, I'm going to go with Ishkabibbles and Ocean Prime. Least favorite song is Liz Loves Luger. Favorite lyric though, let me see. Yeah, it's one of those, it's one of those overlaying flows. He says, over pots, it's your overlord sitting on crates, half and half do-rag, sipping on quarter waters, quarter in my socks, slaughter, we rock, we hop up in a Porsche and it's torture. So that's probably my favorite lyric on the album, which shows that, like, wow, if you would have did this for all the songs, maybe I would have liked this album. But that's it for me. As always, hit that like, subscribe button. Follow me on all social media platforms as LifeAsTatum. Tell me how you feel. Did you like this album? Let me know how you feel in the comments. You think this is his best album? You think it's his worst album? Was I too harsh? Yeah, let's talk. Well, I guess they didn't make the sunshine on this album. But as always, fuck this review. I'm Tatum. Peace. All praises to the Most High.